What is up, YouTuber family? It's your boy Brit VR. Yes, I am back on the scene. So, I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube as much. I just been studying and trying to learn as much as possible. I'm having a little confusion with data sets right now because I want to make the perfect data set for a trading bot. You have some data sets out there that has the change percent and the percentage and pips, or just the change in pips, and you know those are very valuable. But when you want to make a trading bot, you need to understand the buy and the sales. I think my dog just walked in. Yes, he did. You scared me, dude. You scared me. Hey, where you running? Where you running to? Oh. So back to me. There's some free software out there, guys, I want to talk to you about. So, this first software is named Zoro Trade, and it has already two neural networks on there. One is Perception, and I think the other one is Deep Tree, and it has machine learning on it. So you guys can check that out, but you really can't mess with the training process because they have it automatic on there. I want my deep learning to be a little more advanced than theirs, but you can check them both out. Check them how they look. I think Perception, it used like 4 or 5 neurons that connect to one big neuron, and learning tree or deep tree, I really don't know too much about that, but I know it creates more trees, and those trees, yeah, we'll forget that. Yeah. But check that out when you guys can. I'll put a link at the bottom of the description, and they have other trading algorithms on there, and it's free. It is totally free. Next up, we're going to talk about Uber. Uber has an open source for deep learning. They've been using it for 2 years, and now they open it up to people. And they have on there, you don't need to know how to code, guys. You don't need to know how to code. All right, there's a couple of what I want to say, phrases you have to put in, but it's very minimal. You maybe have to put in 1 or 2 lines to be able to get a deep model out of it. And their technology is really good. So it will go through multiple stages of training processes, and it will take your data set, guys. It will take your data set and what my dog doing? It would train it and back test it on certain parts of your data set, so you don't have to like break down your data set to actually, train the model. This is pretty good. It's really good, and it's open source and it's free. So go check it out when you can. It's called I think it's Ludwig. It's Ludwig. And another one we're going to talk about, AutoML. That's auto machine learning. It's made by Google. There is a cost to it, but you don't need to know how to code. You basically put your data set in there, and it generates some information, some charts, and you get an API. Also, with the Uber AI, you get an API too, and you take those APIs, and I don't know if you can put them directly into like Bittrex or whatever like that, but you have to talk to a developer. I think you probably have to transfer it over through Python or something, or C+, to be able to get that API to transfer over to whatever exchange that you want. That's why the data set is so important. If I make a data set, which is a data set, if I make one of those, it only looks at what amount of pips, if I wanted to trade, will it learn? Now, neural network, basically, it learns anything. So, you know what? I just answered my question. The video that I had, when was the video I had? The last video I had, guys. Basically, it had an Asian guy talking at TED. He had a trading bot that didn't know anything. They just put it up there and gave it a plus minus on if the win trades or lose trades. That's what I'm looking for. That'd be amazing. But with neural network, it will just learn on its own. It's a human brain. So, when they put that bot on a program, well, that model, that deep learning model on a program, it basically learned on itself. So that's what I think would happen. But you know, all we have to do is test it. We have to test it. What's up, man? What's up, man? So basically, we just have to test it and see what's going to happen. Okay, let's talk about some other things. So you got H2O .ai. That is an amazing product. It's all automated. You don't need to know how to code. But I was having a problem hooking up the Docker. The Docker is another program that you got to hook up with that. And I just had a huge problem. I was fighting with it all morning. I think I'm going to move over to the Ludwig. That's the Uber AI. You know, Uber's big in AI because they want all their cars to run on AI. So they had to make something for AI. And they only specialize in deep learning. So I think I'm going to run with that program because AutoML costs money. And it's open source. So I want to give a hand clap to Uber. Also, guys, once you see this platform and see how it works, you may want to go buy some Uber stock. And I debated that today because the Uber stock is pretty down. And I think that we are going, I don't know if we're going to go into a recession or whatever, because they might cut rates and Trump may give bonus backs to people in their paychecks or whatever, which the deficit would just go up. But he's trying to fight that for his next campaign. But I think if Uber continues to go down, it is time to grab some Uber stock, guys. But with everything I'm talking about, I am going to create a cryptocurrency bot, guys. Just letting you know that. I'm not going to put up for sale or anything. It'll just be for me. But I'm just giving you guys hints so you guys can go learn yourselves. Because if you have something that can trade on its own and continue to learn on its own, you know, that's just passive income calling. It's calling. You don't even have to use that for trading. You can use it for photo imaging. Like they're using these neural networks to bring black and white photos into color. They're using it for understanding, you know, photos when you're at a game or something, what's going on. It can like actually write a story of what's going on, write papers. I was looking at one model that you gave it, it was trying to figure out fake news. And it wrote out a paper. Once I get this data set ready, I need to talk. I talked yesterday to a guy, a data scientist, and we talked for a second, but I don't think he specialized in that exact of like trading on how to set it up. But I'm gonna talk to another guy that I know, and we're gonna see what's going to happen. So right now I'm currently getting a model made on TensorFlow. If you guys check that out, you can build any type of model off of there. And I'm going to build another model off of the Ludwig. The number one thing I am looking at, because I see this possible, you can put deep learning and machine learning together to make like a human machine brain, which would be crazy. So I'm sorry, I keep talking too much. So guys, look, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because when I put up these videos, you want to be notified. And you know what? Thank you for watching. Continue to watch it. And all you guys have a good day, and all you guys have a good night. And enjoy the crypto life. Peace. Oli, what's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, man. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You trying to ignore me? You trying to ignore me? You give me some kisses? Oh!